Welcome back to the fifth and final episode of Unfiltered Femme. We've got Sophie back here with us today. She is the girl of many, many trades. And today we're going to be talking about boobs.
I don't get paid that. I don't get paid to see old women's cooches. Like,
Keep your pants on when you're getting a bra fitting. You don't need to take your pants off for a bra fitting. Please don't get naked in the changing room.
I'm not here because I have boobies. I just thought I'd clarify. But I do, but that's not the reason why I'm here. Should I say why I'm here?
Yeah, why are you here, Sophie?
I am here because I am a bra fitter and I'm here to talk about bras.
Yay!
Fun.
So, you measured us up. So you came in the other day and we're like, we want to know our bra sizes because, ouch, it hurts when I wear a bra. It's uncomfortable. And it turns out, what was it? Was it a double?
What was I wearing? I was wearing a 14C.
Yeah. No, I measured you as a 12 then.
Oh, yes, no.
I did.
You were
a 12D and a 12 double D.
Yes.
Yeah,
we were very similar.
that's right.
It was kind of weird.
Scary because
It just shows like how also different it is. How do I explain that? Like how different shape boobs create. Like you guys probably don't have the same shape, but you're the same size. You know, I fitted someone recently that was the same size as me, and she looked way bustier than me. And I was like, "Girl, what the fuck? How do we? Sorry, am I allowed to swear? Hey, how do we have the same boob size? Like what? But just shit happens, you know."
Oh, look at that. We realised that Sophie wasn't in frame, so we've moved.
Hey.
So I asked, why is it important to wear the right size bra for you, and why does it matter?
Okay, I'm going to re-say what I was saying. Wear the right bra size. Oh my God. There are so many people that don't wear the right bra size. I think, it's like 80% of, no.
Yes. Yep.
80% of
What's the
women.
70? Oh, I don't know now.
70%.
70 or 80. Either way, that's a lot.
A lot of people wear the wrong bra size. It is insane. That is a lot of people. So we, obviously, because I'm a bra fitter, I get a lot of people coming in, wanting to be fitted and found the right size. I'd say the vast majority are not in the right size. I don't even think I've ever fitted someone and they were the same size as what they came in with, which is really surprising. So many people don't know, and obviously some of them are like first fittings. You know, you get like high schoolers come in and they have never worn a bra before, and you have to explain that it's really important to wear a bra. But yeah, it's really important to be wearing the right size bra as well, because if you're wearing something that's too small, you're going to be like essentially putting them in a cage and they won't be able to grow. You need the perfect size bra will allow you to grow, but also you don't want a bra that's too big, because then your boobs will be moving around, and we don't want that. They need to be secure, they need to be protected, I guess, but they also shouldn't be suffocated.
what happens if you keep wearing the wrong bra? Retake. What happens if you keep wearing the wrong bra? Like, is there some long-term consequences to that?
I'd say, and to be fair, I probably don't know as much about this, but I'm fairly certain if you're wearing a bra that's too small, the growth is going to be impacted. You may, it may not grow as much as it could. Like, you might go through a phase where you're not wearing a bra, and then like your boobs just like suddenly grow. So you don't want to be stunting its growth or anything like that. Also, you want it to be like growing nice and even and round. But probably the other side of it, if you're wearing a bra that doesn't fit, there's much more issues when it comes to that. And kind of brings me into why it's really important to wear sports bras. Both go hand in hand. So if you're not wearing a supportive sports bra, or you're not wearing a bra that's supporting you day to day, then you can have issues. Your boobs move a lot during the day. When you're doing activity, they found that like if you're a very average bra size, which was like, I don't know, like a 14C or something like that, very average size, your boobs move 10 centimeters, something like that. Like it's a massive amount to move when you're doing activity. Imagine that, like if you're not, you're literally bouncing so much. So you need to be, when you're doing physical activity, you need to be wearing a sports bra that's like protecting you. And when you're doing day-to-day activities, you need to be wearing a bra that fits you, because if your boob is bouncing that much, what happens is that there's no muscle supporting the boob. So essentially you've got ligaments and you've got skin. When you stretch that, the ligaments tend to tear and your skin can stretch. Once that has happened, there's no reversing it. You can't exercise it and make it go back to normal. You could do surgery, I guess, but realistically, if you're taking care of your boobs, especially at this point of our lives, also high school age, but definitely now, like, is a really important time that you should be having good breast health, making sure you're in the right size, and making sure you don't have any long-term damage for the future.
What does the right sports bra look like? Because I know I say I'm wearing the right sports bra, but I very much doubt I am. It's literally, I guess...
And you were in Calvin Klein.
Calvin Klein is not a sports bra. So, yeah, because I mentioned this the other day, and you said that you thought that sports bras were crops. Yeah. And I was like, no. So, people come in and they're like, we're looking for a sports bra for, maybe like a young girl in high school looking for a sports bra. They run to Calvin Klein and Bonds, and they're like, perfect, a bra with no underwire, and it's a little crop. That'll be so comfy to do workouts in. Don't do that. Essentially, don't do that. Sports bras, it's really important, especially if you do have like a bigger bust. But even if you've got like a small chest, you should be protecting it. A sports bra should be wired. You should have a wire in your sports bra. Crazy, I know, right? Unless you're doing like yoga or a very, very easy walk, then maybe you don't need it. You still need a really like protective crop. But realistically, if you're doing anything other than that, you need a proper sports bra that has a wire. It should be lovely and tight and awful, and you feel like you're getting a little bit suffocated. The amount of people that come in and they try sports bras and they're like, I feel like I can't breathe, but this is my size. And it's like, yeah, it's going to feel like that for a bit because they are tight. But you want to make sure that they are actually for the small period of time that you're wearing it, doing your exercising. You don't want them to move. The minute they start moving, that's when you have the issues. That's when they start stretching, and that's if you're doing any sort of, if they're bouncing, then they shouldn't be. But then on the other hand, the amount of people that wear sports bras every day, people come in and they're like, I'm just getting my everyday bra. I'm going to go into the sports section and get a sports bra. I'm like, don't. They also do need to like move, like breathe. Yeah, like I said before, I guess they still need like a little bit of space to like grow. There's a lot of people that think that that's an everyday bra, and it really isn't.
I don't think I own a single bra with wire.
Girl!
Yeah, no, I don't think I do.
That's crazy.
Maybe one, and it's not like it's like a pretty bra. The revelations I'm having.
I know.
Oh, my poor boobs. No, guys. I've been treating them so badly.
I was literally the same though. This time, like 2 years ago, was when I got my first fitting, and I was in the complete wrong size. I was in a 12C and I got fitted in a 8DD, which is very wrong. And I remember just being like, not realizing the importance of wearing the right bra size. I knew it was the wrong size, but I'm like, it's fine. Like, it's really loose, but it's comfy, and I don't care. And I'm like, it's fine. But yeah, no, she explained what I've kind of explained, and it's really, really important. Oh, also, when I got that fitting done, I learned that I was really insecure about my own boobage looking I was like, I think my boobs look weird, and I said to her, obviously she didn't see them, but I was like, I have a very deep chest bone, and she was like, that all boobs don't look the same, like they don't all grow naturally voluptuous like plastic surgery makes it look like. And I was like, what? It was crazy. And then she explained to me, like, quite often there's, like, a lot of people, I kind of touched on this before, they grow, like, more outwards. And I think, like, mine probably grow, like, to the side. And I thought that was, like, bad thing. She's like, that is so common. There's so many people that think they have, like, wrong size boobs because of society. And it's, no. Boobs come in all shapes and sizes. It's like the human body.
So... when one boob is smaller than the other, it is okay?
It is okay. Oh my god. Yeah, there's a lot of people, and it kind of happens like when you're younger as well. It's like, I don't know. There's probably a phase that all of us had like one boob that was bigger than the other, and we're like, what is wrong? Why is it not growing? Like, this is wrong. No, so many people come in and they're almost embarrassed. They're like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, don't be sorry that one's growing a bit faster than the other. It's normal. And quite often, then you get into your like later years, I would say post having kids, and it's still going to be a little bit lopsided, and that's fine.
Sophie, how often should we be getting bra fittings? Is this like a monthly thing, yearly, 2 yearly?
Definitely not monthly. You don't need a monthly. I'd say you should be getting a bra fitting like once you've kind of got into a part of your life that you're maybe post puberty. I'd say like once a year. Even if you're like, you could be 60, you should still come get a bra fitting. Like, your boobs change all the time. Yeah. Different circumstances. Sometimes it's having kids. Sometimes it's just with age. Sometimes it's weight gain, weight loss. Like, people's bodies fluctuate, especially women's bodies fluctuate all the time. It is so important just to, like, double check. And it takes 10 minutes out of your day just to get someone to size you up, try on a bra that they've sized you in, see if that fits, and go, cool, now I've done that. But also talking on fittings, when you're getting a fitting, you should be buying new bras, because you should actually be replacing your bras every 4 to 6 months.
Ooh.
Yeah. I know. It's like, you think about the like bras that are sitting in your drawer, and they're like manky from high school, and they're like quite old. They are so expensive.
Yeah.
I do, even working in like with bras, I'm like, they are so expensive. I understand that. But it's one of those things that you probably should invest in. You know, you think about like all the other aspects of your life that you invest in for your health, for like when it comes to like internal health and stuff, we invest. So I kind of think it's really important to invest in like physical health, like on the outside. But like you also, you know, like it's something that if you don't invest in it, you will have like long-term effects. So I think it's really important to do it. But yeah, 4 to 6 months. So throw out those manky old bras that you have that are too big on you, and you can stretch like a million miles away.
Oh, you did that to me. That was so, I literally was like, oh, and do you know what I've done now since you've done that? Because I always clip it on like the first clip. Now I've put it on like my very last clip, and I was like doing it, and I was like, you can still pull it so far. And I was like, that's so bad.
Well, the elastic. The problem is that the elastic doesn't last long. As with any piece of clothing that has elastic, it doesn't last long. But it's particularly for bras because you're wearing it like every day. I mean, you're changing between bras, but you wear a bra every day. What if you are fitted in a size? That size is eventually going to change because the bra's going to stretch out. So even though you're wearing the right size, the elastics made the size change, so it's way too big on you. So a lot of people don't realize that, and they're like, no, I got fitted in this right size and I know it, I haven't changed. So, and it's been 2 years and this bra's amazing. No, you need a new bra. You need to be changing it. It needs to be still nice and secure and fitted on you. And I should be taking some of my own medicine because I have not changed my bras for 2 years.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
Hypocrite.
I know I'm a hypocrite. I'm sorry. I get it, but like it is expensive.
Well, it's fine. I think that bra you pulled, I've definitely had since high school. So,
yeah.
But it's just comfy, you know.
Everyone sticks with their like bras that they like, and they're just, you know, it's a comfort bra. Yeah,
it's a safety thing.
Bras suck. Actually, yeah, bras do suck. I don't know anyone who's like, I love wearing bras, like you know, every day put on a bra.
No, I like when they make my boobs look nice.
Yeah.
But like after maybe an hour, I'm like, get this thing off me.
Yeah.
Because the ones that always make them look the nicest are always the most uncomfortable.
Yeah. You know, when you like have to wear a bra for an outfit, and then you go out, and then you're sitting there. And you're like, you can feel your bra on, and you're like, I'm so excited to go home. I just want to whip it off. The amount of times that I've worn an outfit and I'm like, my boobs do not go with my outfit right now. It is so annoying. Like, sometimes I just don't want to wear a bra with an outfit. I just want to go out and I want to have my itty bitties and just be able to look cute, slap a little nipple cover on and call it a day. And sometimes I want to make them look voluptuous and I want them to like, you know, when it's like a little bit saucy, like it's, you know, kind of comes down, you need a boob to fill that area. And I just don't have that, and it makes me mad. It's so annoying. I wish we could just like pick and choose our boobs for the day.
Yeah.
It's like scroll
You'd go, be like, I want to be a B cup today. Tomorrow I
Yeah.
want to be D.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like I've got a date tonight. I want to have like turn it up. Or sometimes it's like you just I want to be. You want to lie on your stomach. I want to lie on my stomach. I want that A cup. I just want to lie on my stomach and not feel awful.
Have you seen? I've seen videos of women at the beach. They literally make little holes for their boobs so they can lie down flat on the beach. And I literally whoever thought of that is a genius.
Good idea, but inconvenient.
Well, yeah, imagine trying.
Oh yeah, we shouldn't have to.
You're looking at that, like you just see a woman digging like a weird little hole and she's lying in it. You're like, what is she up to? Like, you'd think she's crazy.
Perfect, like you're gonna have to hop into it first and test it.
And then keep digging, and then you've dug too much, so you're trying to fill up the hole again. Okay, so we've talked a lot about bras not fitting, how they should look. How should they look for the people watching at home? If they want to look in the mirror right now to see if their bra fits them or not, what can they look out for?
So, people at home, if you want to know if you're in the right size or not, what you should be looking for, and this is going to be really hard to explain, so bear with me because I obviously don't have a bra in front of me to show you, but your band should not be able to pull out a mile, for starters. You should be able to fit your like fingers under your bra and like give it a wee tug, and yep, you can see it kind of pulls away from the skin, but that's pretty much it. That's all it should come. And I feel like a lot of people sitting at home will not have that. It also, the band shouldn't go like up like this. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, how it goes up.
Like, so the band should be sitting flat, but sometimes it sits, like people have the band too big and you think it'd be too small.
Yeah.
But it's actually when it's too big and it goes like up on their back, up into like pretty much where their like little chicken wings are.
I always thought that meant it was too small.
No, it means it's too big.
Oh.
Yeah, so because then it's too big and people tighten the straps all the way and then it goes and then it fits. It really doesn't. So the band needs to be flat across your back. The wire should be kind of coming right under your armpit. So you know how there's like a wire like throughout it, like a little cut wire. Some people it goes like pretty much on their boob, and I see it. I'm like, that does not fit you. And it needs to be like pretty much right under your armpit.
Okay.
And if it isn't, then yeah, you need to
Go get a
fitting.
Go get a fitting.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There shouldn't be any like gapping here. Sometimes like you can look down and you can see into your bra. You shouldn't be able to do that. It should be sitting flat on your boob. And generally speaking, also you shouldn't have a double boob. There are a lot of people that have
uni boob.
That have the uni. Yeah, the uni boob. But like think back in the what era was it?
Like in Bridgerton.
And they like squish it. Yeah, that was a style back in that day. It is not now, and you shouldn't be doing that because you are squishing your boobs, and that is not good for your boob health. So definitely like a full coverage bra for an everyday bra as well. A lot of people wear push-up bras as an everyday. That is, although you might be thinking it's looking nice and pretty, make the push-up bras an occasional bra, because you want to make sure they are comfy, growing properly, like I've been kind of reiterating.
So, on the topic of breast health, for women who have had breast cancer and had a mastectomy and that, is there any options for them in regards to bras?
Yeah, so we do post-surgical bras. Not enough of it. So there's been this is a problem in New Zealand. There is not enough post-surgical bras. There is, at my store we have out of, 100 racks of bras, we have one for post-surgical, and they are manky looking bras. They are thick, granny, nude bras. That is essentially what they are. And they are, to be fair, they are also for post-surgical in terms of having a breast reduction or, some sort of implants. That is the bra you're supposed to get. But there is just not enough options. We have so many people come in because we are kind of one of the places that are recommended to come if you have had a mastectomy. We have a lot of people come in and they might be in their 40s or their 50s and they've had breast cancer. They're not feeling great about themselves as you would. I think unless you've had breast cancer, you probably don't realise the body dysmorphia that comes with having a mastectomy. The last thing they want is an ugly ass bra that suffocate, like, is, I don't know, like, just,
Yeah.
you know, those, like, gross, like, the material is just, like, thick, and it's probably scratchy on, like, a recently, you know, removed breast. The last thing you want is an ugly one, and we have no options for pretty bras. I think this is an issue. I know, obviously, like, the design of it has to be a certain way, but there should be options for young people that have gone through breast cancer who are having body dysmorphia. They should have the right to feel pretty. They should have the right to be able to, you know, start to feel themselves again. Especially if they went from, like, someone that, you know, wore the typical pretty bras and then going to these ugly bras, like, that just is such an awful feeling. And so many people come in and they express that to us, and they're like, I feel awful in this. And it's like, we're really sorry. This is all we have. I mean, you could probably order from, like, Europe, but not everyone can do that. Not everyone wants to do that. They just need bras, and it should just be it should be a given that there are options.
Thanks, Sophie.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And if any of you agreed with absolutely anything we said today, just go and get a bra fit in.
Please. I'm actually begging you.
Just do it.
Yeah.
For us, please. And you.
So after chatting with Sophie, we decided we wanted to delve into breast cancer a bit more and breast health. And we actually, my best friend's mum, Vicki, she had breast cancer. And so we talked to her about it for a bit and actually learnt quite a lot. There was a lot about it that I didn't know. Sadly, we couldn't get Vicki on the podcast just because she currently has COVID and isn't feeling great. But she was still happy to talk to us. She just didn't want to be in the actual podcast. So we're just kind of relaying the information, which we both agree, and Vicki also agrees is very important to get out there and get awareness about breast cancer as well. We're gonna reference Vicki a lot in this, but Vicki did say it's also very individual, and it's very individual to each person. Everybody's different in how they're going to handle it. For Vicki, she felt she didn't need support because she had support from those around her already. Like, she had friends and family. Her mum would come and help her with the chores. You know, her husband, he would work and then he would come back and he would mow the lawns. Just little things like that. And we actually asked her, you know, what can we do to help someone if we know has cancer? Like, what could we actually do? And she said, people normally with cancer, like, again, everyone's different, but some people just don't want to ask for help. But going around and just saying, hey, I know you don't want to ask for help, but what can I do? And some of those things could just be vacuuming or bringing around food for them to put in the freezer and make dinner. Super easy things just to help make everyday tasks a little bit easier, because especially Vicki had kids, young kids. I was about to say had young kids at the time. She still has kids. But, you know, at the time of her going through chemo, she had young kids, and having someone come around and just take the kids away for the evening, taking them to the swimming pool, taking them around to, you know, just getting them out of the house. So, one, the kids could actually, you know, go out and still live their life and, you know, be a kid. But Vicki had time to relax and not have to stress or worry, you know, what her kids were doing. If you know anyone and you want to be helpful, just things you can do is just make everyday life easier for them. Well, cancer is, as well as it's a physical battle, it's also a mental battle. You need to be mentally strong, and that's all you're thinking about is, you know, just getting through this. You don't want to be thinking about, oh, crap, what am I going to make for dinner?
For a family as well.
Yeah, for a family of 5, what am I going to make? Soup?
Yeah.
Gross. I hate soup. Off topic. The reason I think we wanted to talk about this is just obviously both of us have, you know, we know people who have gone through cancer, and it is something that needs to be talked about, like awareness. Like, there's so much stuff that Vicki mentioned that I had no idea about, like the different prosthetics you could get. Vicki was telling us how there are the post-surgical bras where you can put inserts in, but because she felt so uncomfortable in them, she just didn't like them. And then there was also, you know, the knitted knockers as well, which was more comfortable, but even that, you know, it still doesn't feel good. And then she told us how one day one of her friends who also had breast cancer told her about singlets. There's actually these singlets you can get, and they have the inserts in them as well. So you can get singlets, and she said that was the most comfortable thing ever. And I had no idea. I didn't know you could get singlets. So just things like that. I think we just kind of want to make everyone aware, because this is such a yes, it's talked about, but I just don't think it's talked about in depth enough.
Yeah, and often when people think of breast cancer, they think of the same thing, like that everyone experiences it the same, and especially like you get this for a lot of things that Vicki mentioned, that people tell her that she's so lucky because she survived.
Yeah.
And it's like it's better to be more aware and understanding that no, that's not really reality.
Yeah.
Like,
She wasn't lucky.
no,
She wasn't lucky to get cancer. Yes, she survived, but that still isn't lucky. Like she
Yeah.
said, she's got so many things she has to live with day to day now from the chemo and going through that, you know, how lucky is she really?
Yeah. And her family as well, how that's impacted her family. They're not lucky.
There's also the different stages of cancer and what those mean. So stage 4 typically means that you are terminal. Vicki was stage 3. And I'm not sure if you've ever seen, have you seen the little boob beads that they have?
Oh, yes.
So the little boob beads, so there's 3 different sizes on them. The smallest one is the smallest size of cancer that they've ever found in somebody's breast. And then the biggest ball is the biggest that somebody has found, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
And Vicky's was the biggest ball of thing. And then something else to look out for is it isn't just a lump. This is something that shocked me when we were talking to Vicki. I didn't know. I always thought it was just, you know, a lump in your breast. Look out for a lump. But there are so many other signs. For example, you can have a rash. Your nipple could change size or, you know, look different. So keep an eye on your nipples. Vicki was itchy, which is when she went to the doctor, they actually told her that that wasn't normal and it probably wasn't cancerous and that it could just be a cyst because, you know, itchiness isn't a sign of cancer. Guess what? It was cancer. Sorry. The lump doesn't necessarily have to be in your breast. I'm pretty sure Vicki said it could also be a bit lower.
And it can be painful.
Yes.
I've heard, like, this may not be the truth, but I have heard, and I don't know where, but that apparently it's fine that you shouldn't stress if you feel something and it hurts. Apparently that's not something to worry about, which is what I've heard, which could quite literally be very false information.
That's definitely false. You should definitely... I feel like nothing...
Yeah.
We shouldn't be in pain as people. I don't think there shouldn't be a point where we should ever be in pain.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, if something is wrong, then follow your gut. If it, like, something isn't normal, if something has changed in your body, then go and see one person. Just one person.
Just go hang out and chat.
Go and see somebody. Literally follow your gut, because it tends to be right most of the time.
And if you want a second opinion, get that second opinion. Don't sit there and if they're like, oh, it's normal. Like, Vicki went to the doctor and was like, you know, I'm a bit itchy. And they're like, oh, well, that's not a sign of cancer. So, you know.
It's a cyst.
Yeah. Wrong. Like, Vicki told us she trusted her gut throughout this whole thing. She trusted her gut the whole way. And I'm glad she did. Like, I'm going to take on that mentality because I'm definitely guilty of this. I'll go to the doctor for something little and I'll be like, you know, it just doesn't feel right. And they'll be like, oh, it's fine. It's just a cold and flu or, you know, something. But then it turns out to be something worse. So definitely trust your gut. If you feel like something's wrong, don't take that shit. Get a different opinion. Tell the doctor, no, I don't believe you. Preach.
Hell yeah.
As well as if you know someone that is going through cancer or if you yourself are going through cancer, it may be beneficial to reach out to either the Cancer Society or the Breast Cancer Foundation, depending on obviously what kind of cancer you have and just what your needs are, because they are very helpful. Vicki was telling us how she reached out and they helped her get scarves and the prosthetics and just things like that. And also as well, they connected her with some people. And another thing she actually mentioned was the Facebook page. There is a Facebook page for women under 40 who have had breast cancer, under 45 I think it is, or something along those lines. She told us about that and how she found that more helpful than the foundations. And while this is for everyone, but because on there people are more real, they're more raw, and you know they're not afraid to be like, you know, this was shit, this sucked. So that was really good to hear. So maybe that could be an option as well, is to go on these Facebook pages and just, you know, don't be afraid to ask questions because those people have also been through it and they've been affected by it. So we have some facts that Vicki has told us about that I kind of want to share. So something I didn't know was that you won't be considered cancer-free until 5 years after, you know, there's no more cancer. So that's something pretty interesting. I didn't know that. After you've got no more cancer, you still go back for checkups. I think it is every 6 months. And then after you've been considered cancer-free, you can go back. Vicki goes back every year. You get free mammograms from the age of, I'm pretty sure it's 45 to 70. So that's something really good. But at the same time, it's also not good because Vicki was 6 months out from getting free mammograms when she found the cancer. I don't understand why it's got an age limit on when we can get free mammograms. I mean, you'd think that if women... Why are we not allowed to just go get it checked up if we don't feel something is right? If we feel something is wrong. It's because it's not just women over 45.
No, well, 6% of breast cancer in New Zealand occurs under the age of 40. So that's still a big chunk. Because what about those women? What about those women who... That's 6%. What about them?
Yeah, and I don't think mammograms are cheap either. I'm not 100% sure on the price, but I definitely know they're not cheap. I just want to say thank you to Vicki for talking with us. You're my favourite. Love you.